And man, we're playing Arena. That is fire.
And the big 26? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. We have different thoughts.
Oh, hold on. How do we say in 2026? The big 26? That's so tough. That's so tough.
That's so tough. That's so hard. Yeah, I like that. Hey, as a Reyna enjoyer, it's nice to throw those zeros on the other side of the wall. You don't have to think too hard. You just get a blind on the other side of the wall. It's the follow through, and I think that's going to set up Battison beautifully.
Yeah, definitely. I think with Battison even using Leers in different positions behind a neon wall could really help them in terms of flood retakes, especially when they're starting off on a defensive side. But definitely some things that they have to consider now for TV, as this is probably super new for them to deal with.
Yeah, because look how jacked that Otter looks. And once the cat gets the mask off from the play button, like, this is going to be a new team. But TV, this is, I mean, they lost their map pick of Fracture. Now this is the Sen Otter's playground. So them pulling out the Reyna, this was a special cook from them.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see how it pans out. They're already starting off on this B side, though, which is not the best of starts because they were looking for a trap play. Look at the setup here from May with the paranoia. So what you have to do this time around here is to play soft. Hold the Heaven side on the defense here for Avery and just try to hold back towards that spawn so people can rotate here from middle.
Now this Viper wall is what's kind of stopping all of TV from encountering Avery. We're now breaking out and going back towards mid, wrapping around through vents. This is quite the macro runaround, but Irene finds first blood. Sen Otters are barely keeping up with where this pain train was going, and everyone is getting hit by this pain train. Everyone's catching hands, but oh, I like this duo ship here on the Sen Otters B defense. They've completely nullified TV at this point. Mizu and Harper after try to hit this back, but Oasis hits them harder, making it 3K with the Sheriff.
Yeah, great start for Oasis, making that Reyna viable, actually, so far in that pistol round. But quite interestingly, a bit of a slight overcook for TV in the first place, because as they scale up with a lot of noise towards that A side, they kind of just didn't continue to explore to see if there was actually a stack. I think you have to pay attention to what's really happening around that map. Seeing that there's only Avery on that side, what should be thrown out, right? Maybe more util should support for the stall, but if you don't really see or read anything, you have to have maybe some sort of an idea that it could be weak side on that spot. But it just went for the death ball into the A site. Now a death ball into A again, where they just get stopped by the outlaw Battison.
Battison at it again. A Bucky, an outlaw, Avery, oh, playing around cover. It's a sturdy cardboard box, and Sin will avenge and do even more. TV ruined on that approach, and already we're facing a weapon differential, if you will. Harper, the classic right click, you love to see it, and a nice little upgrade, in fact, too.
I don't like this that we're giving them Harper a judge. The spike is a little bit out in the open, but there are so many close corridors that if you're going to give this gap, okay, thankfully, it's Battison still watching that line with the outlaw. But again, going back from finishing the point on that pistol round, a little bit of the overcook that they ran right into the stack here of Senators, and then this time they didn't expect here this forward line of the neon with the outlaws. So two big rounds where it seems as though we're one step ahead in terms of how to stop the aggression and fast tempo of TV, that you might have to start slowing things around, and you're already seeing it. The default wall comes out on that side. You have the Ashtar watching towards that B main push, and then you're just 1-3-1ing on that control of middle.
Two levels of blinds too from Sen Otters when it comes to the B site, so it's like, I feel like TV should take note of how quickly they got ramp control, and Battison, take note of that. Another double kill with the outlaw. Imagine if this thing had more bullets. Battison would have even more to say. So
no, please not, because then I'd have to complain about the outlaw, the judge, the Bucky, the shorty, the neon slide.
The list is long of your complaints, apparently.
Exactly. I keep it compartmentalized, but if the outlaw had more bullets, man, I'd be crashing out.
Oasis just, but the Guardian is doing a lot of work. TV had bot up, and they're quite lost in the sauce, if I had to put it delicately.
And it didn't even matter if they had full shields. Those are double headshots with Battison. That was insane. Overkills and the investment that you have from not having plans, knowing you're playing against an outlaw, that's gotta hurt.
Okay, if you're cowering in sewers. Oh, Irene made that expensive at least, but
Yeah.
man, Sen Otters went from, okay, this is a close map 1 to absolutely running the show. Like, that was their bonus, and they ruined that.
Yeah, at least for now, right? The damage is done, but this is still a bonus round for Sen Otters, so they could just upgrade into free weapons with what was left behind. So you're not losing too much money going to this round. You can even keep the Outlaw going into this very round. Look at even the buy that you have from TV. They're forcing themselves around shares. At this point, you don't even need to buy small shields because you're still playing against the Outlaw. So I mean, you're still keeping your economy right. So at the end of the day, it's still a good buy for the side of TV. But it's definitely a nuisance right now to fight against Badison's Outlaw.
May will call for attention and get into a better position for a paranoia as the dog was taken out. So this will get Oasis' attention. Again, 2 ways to blind TV on the entry, who with sheriffs, you want to have at least the element of mystery. Maybe even a first pick, depending on if Irene can make some magic happen. But it's Badison. They have a 4K with the Outlaw over 2 rounds. 1 bullet missed. Another one in the chamber. Irene. Oh, be careful on the swing. Badison confirms that. So not a lot of good options for TV left now.
I could have given the opportunity for Avery to move forward to pick up the orb because that kill allowed Badison to get the overdrive already, but looks like you just want to keep the protocols right. Prowler late round. Nice stall, though, with the paranoia, as they know now that they hit the TV's going towards B.
Wow, what a timing on the nade. TV flooding on in. The overdrive peppers them down. Oh, Sen Otters are untouchable right now.
Yeah. Right now, you're just free-flowing, too. It's almost feeling like the overdrive could have been saved into a later round. But when you're just hitting every single one of these shots, and you, at this point, you probably just get another overdrive in another 2 rounds, why the hell not, you know? So even upgrading into an op this round, too. Because you know that you're probably going to be maxing out. You lose this round here, you could still buy an Outlaw, which, if the trades are still correct, it could still bring a lot of value for Sen Otters. So TV, they have to really try to break this.
Oh, but the op has less bullets. Now let's get the op more bullets so, like, Badison can hit that shot again. They almost looked better with the Outlaw. All right, Mr. Riot. Okay. Does TV want to re-hit after seeing that op? I would say no.
And it's well thought out, at least. They had the flash. They identify where the op is. They pushed them back. They even forced out the paranoia from May. What they do now is, with the smoke that was thrown to stall, you leverage that to pick up the ult orb from Leia, so that they can go for mid-rounding. Make control, figure out right now, once you take control of Mail, you can start ulting to see where most of the cabbages go. That'll give you an inkling to know where the stack would be, and you could start focusing on the weak side. So opening up here to give that space for Ennui to take is probably an important task to take right now.
All right, the delayed re-hit here from Sen Otter, hoping to just go in with Seekers maybe, but can that be enough of a cushion against the op? Oh, waiting for the right moment. Badison now in a lot of trouble, about to drop this op, but hey, backup shorty's always nice. Up in a backup teammate, crossfire. The op still rings true, and TV have hit a brick wall. Badison will gift you a kill, but that is all TV are going to get. Make that 5-0.
I was just about to say that you kind of wish the overdrive was available for that round, because Badison was looking like they were going to get run down. That Nova Pulse was perfect to stun them, but then you had the turtle smoke that was thrown by May that didn't really give a chance here for TV to come through after the Seeker's flash, because you already used the first flash at the beginning. I don't think you had the third one coming up right away, so there wasn't that third flash to flash through the smoke of the Omen. So all of that works out in perfection here for Badison and May to play the bait and switch and lock things down. And this is exactly what I was talking about before. If things are slowing down, or you don't have an early grasp of the game for the side of TV, you got to call out the early timeout. So I'm glad that they're at least doing it now here for the attack side.
And this has been a lot of B hits. So I'm wondering maybe if TV, we could see a switch up towards A, but there's not going to be a sexy sight to hit when you know there's an op in Badison's hands, who is currently 10-2, and this timeout would tell now you got me saying it, but the Sen Otters to expect something different. So I could expect Badison to maybe watch over in screens at A, just when you're expecting TV to try something different if they failed at B so many times.
And I think it could be simple things too, not just a flash to push them off the line, but you're playing an Astra. You could play a smoke recall to triple swing out of it so that worst comes to worst, you lose one, but at least you get rid of the op and a star player in Madison that's been heating up in the second map. But it looks like they just want to avoid it in the first place. They want to really take some real mid control here.
That same kind of garage peek from Sen Otters. Now an aggressive mid take where usually that's Oasis that's watching that cross. And they pivoted to watching over A this instead. So TV got vents. What you gonna do with it once that smoke dissipates? Now Mail, this defense could be cutting off reinforcements. Henri is alone. The lone wolf has no bark to it. The spam through the smoke. TV are a bit stuck on what to do with no duelists to bail them out. It's not like they have the weapons to really cough back against Sen Otters. So
yeah, plan
A is cooked.
Well, that was the thing again. Both flashes were used to take info in middle in the first place, and second flash for vent control. Then they actually had two players inside the smoke and one on top. If they actually had that flash and triple swing into the thunder footing of May rotating on middle, that would have been a different story. But you saw how much value here the Phantoms fight inside that smoke. They trade. They don't even need to trade. They just take two down.
And just any close range win here for
left.
TV would mean a very much needed upgrade. As Oasis is a big risk and catching one off guard to try and isolate an angle. TV will get one down, but will not be able to recover that weapon. Ramp control for Sen Otters and just no time to tussle. 6-0 now for Sen Otters. This is even more dominant than the last map.
Yeah, and you're starting to see that, or you've already continuing to see the confidence not only ooze through Madison, but everybody else. Oasis not even going for the recall, not even going for a heal with the orb that was left on the ground. Just stay stoic, and as a statue in the front of every single one of these fights, you have May just thunderfooting down and getting spray kills with trades, if needed be, from Sin, and they're just not missing any of these shots in the reads. So it's tough right now to be TV on the attack side.
With how much TV I prioritize mid, I like that early Viper's kid. Madison, are you going to feed the beast? And even Madison will take a step back and go for the better opportunity, not just the first one given. TV have Henri sent to the skies and deliver a first pick and not even traded. The follow-up from TV was strong, but the high ground and everything else is better from Sen Otters. Only two left from TV. At least they got the plant.
Yeah, but they've already lost all map control.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, you're right. 7-0. Now for Sen Otters, as clean as ever.
Yeah.
And despite Henri, you know, kicking the door down, demanding rent, like Sen Otters just traded everyone else behind Henri, which is a trend we've noticed in the last round too.
Yeah, and you have to give it for Avery that allows Madison to get these heroic kills, because Avery breaks the dog that was being thrown, and as they're executing onto the A site, they throw the C's on the ground to only allow the cross from Henri on the attack with the showstopper. But as you've delayed enough and you forced out the showstopper, you already saw through the X-ray that Madison already slid out to home plate, outside the safety of the screens, and then still gets another pick from heaven. And all while that happens, you have the backstab from Oasis on ramp, because everybody's just trying to kill Henri.
Oh, Madison. No. The Great Escape? What is this? Sen Otters bail out their Neon and TV come out with nothing. Oh my god.
Good thing the flash too prevented from Madison to get any value, so I'm liking that at least.
Slow death on me. Get the bagpipes going. TV. Now they have a 2-2 split, and seeing if they can converge into A. Big opportunity for Irene. Oh, you hear the step away. Oh, just, I swear, TV are just unlucky. Like, there's moments they should be punishing Sen Otters, and then it's just the Great Escape. But wait, TV will regroup at least, and you still have that high ground position from Irene, but kind of needing them maybe towards the side if you get a plant, if you feel like pitting up, but see what the Stingers can do up close. Sin is gonna re-hit it. Oh, they're gonna cross each other.
Spike
TV
down
continue to
A.
be unlucky. I can't believe Irene missed
Oh
Sin
my
walking by like that.
Player
It's
standing.
cooked.
30
It's not
seconds
cooked. Mizu is cooking. And Sin closes it out in the end. 8-0.
I was expecting the cast to be like, it's cooked. It's not cooked. It's cooked.
It's cooked.
It's not
We're
cooked.
so back. It's cooked. We're so back. Oh no.
It was a nice try though, but as you said, very unlucky. I was expecting maybe even Irene at that point to keep control of the heaven side, and if you actually do get that pick, because you know the rotate's gonna happen no matter what, 100% on the top of the ropes, you can surprise your opponent, and then you could just pit heaven, take full control of that side while the rest of the team fights into the bottom of the site. And I think that would have given you some good delays to allow for TV to set up at the post plan, despite being solo on the top of heaven. But yeah, just a lot of unluckiness right now for TV on the attack.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
May tries to go for a play. Solo doesn't work out, and now the ants are creeping in. And Oasis just has to watch it. Love that double swing. Big risk pays off for TV. Okay, you just got a random Odin showing up. Nightfall and Zeus from Avery with that, but don't really have the okay. Sin doesn't matter. They are just a one-unit army, apparently. 1v1 to decide the round?
No.
What is this? How did Sen Otter just win a round? What was that, 3v5? 2v5?
Yeah, 2v5. It was the
Oh
nightfall
my
that was
God.
amazing there for Avery. That first pick, as you said, the Odin shows up from nowhere. Nightfall pings 3 players. So the one, I think it was Sin, that was running towards New Box could just run because nobody's going to hear her footsteps. And she just isolates so many fights. That was so well retaken, sorry, by the side of the Senators. I gotta say though, the first opener was super sick though by TV. That's what I was saying earlier on. They hit not only behind a one-way smoke that was thrown here by May, but they played the recall smoke from Mizu so they could triple swing, and it actually caught the first player off guard. And then you saw how easy it was them to overtake the B site because 3 different players were caught off guard in different positions. Just unfortunately, an Odin and a Nightfall just foiled all your plans on the post plant.
I applaud TV for being mentally resilient through this, because I would be so mentally clocked out from that. It's a team that has been through thick and thin, though, and an 0-9 deficit is no big deal. Nonchalant TV, run it down through mid, off the boom bot into vents. It's gonna alert. Sin is there. You got a double stack into male. Here's the flash in. Oh, right into the op. Chomped down by Badison, who remains as stoic as ever. Sin is even going to step up as confident as ever. The Viper, the Sentinel, whatever you make her play, she will deliver. And TV.
And sorry, Lemon Q, I think I was gonna say
you're
that's
good.
the thing that's difficult, because if you try to go with the Steel Garden onto B and you're trying to take heaven, even if you lose the op, they probably have shorties in that corner, and that's not gonna get too much value. But at least Irene lurked into the A side, opens it up, and maybe give themselves a fighting chance because they still have this pit.
I'm glad that, yeah, like Irene has been trying to get that ramp control, wraps all the way around,
Spike
and
down A.
no safe path. Not with Badison on duty. This is a whole different Badison that we have ever seen before. We gotta buy her an ob every single time. I will chip
Yeah.
in.
And I was gonna say, like, even Badison is probably enjoying herself because she gets to play this against like her old
Oh,
team.
the former team.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. The
So-
trauma.
Maybe not real drama. I don't think so. I think
I
they're
was
still
just stirring the
friends,
pot for content. Don't worry. Like,
I think if the opportunity is there to play under a Sentinel's banner, I think you're going to take it any day, right? Despite, you know, having ups and downs, that you can have the best fans or the worst fans depending on the day. But definitely right now, everybody's rejoicing as a Sentinels fan.
the double stack. Addison with an op in mid. TV gonna try and see if they get that punish on May that got him that first blood. I mean, that was one of their strongest rounds, but my memory is quite short. This round might be short with how Henri is working the map. Now those were the 2 nice easy kills. Sen Otter on their way. Badison wants to watch over this site. You're getting harassed from mid. Irene takes care of business. What an amazing round from TV. You're gonna need 9 more of those. Wait a minute, showstopper from on. Just you know, the cherry on top on that one.
Imagine if that showstopper was not there, I think
Last
there was a
round
chance that
before the
Avery just
switch.
mows down 2 players too and clutches a 1v5. But great, Irene found the timing, and I think it was a good round where TV really punished the overconfidence coming out here from the Sen Otters. Because as May's throwing out that one-way once again on B main, Oasis should have stayed tucked in because they never showed that hand before. But they kind of just played a little bit more out than the tucked in corner, and they were easily cleared. And then 2 players get caught off guard. Another one of those scenarios. And finally now, there's no shenanigans because Avery didn't have a nightfall. They potentially could have it this round though for the last round of regulation.
All right, this is what the definition of insanity, but it was Henri that was insane last time. Oh, so blind right as they walked in. I can't believe they lived in. No, everyone's scattering away. Madison injured. Got the finger guns out. TV stacked up, ready to greet.
So
and oh, the op still confirms a kill. 11 HP will escape with their lives, and TV, all they can do is watch that happen.
Madison just playing with the food. That's just all good tech to just bait out the positioning of TV. Because I'll hold that thought. Oasis is about to play a little bit of an angle here.
Hold it, Oasis. Oh, tried to just do too much. TV, if they can just keep punishing Sen Otters, they'll make this half less painful.
Beautiful.
Finally, someone shot back at Madison. Nice shot from Harper. The cutoff from Avery. The nightfall rains down on TV's parade. And Harper with a 4K helps TV get out of this half 10-2.
What a big round by Harper too. So as you've mentioned, somebody had to shoot back against Madison. So first off, the overdrive just to bait a couple of shots, and you know they're going to be posted on the high-low because you would expect the Neon to slide out and overheat and then try to go for the overdrive kills. But instead, she goes back, pulls out the op, gets the first free kill into Leia. That said though, everything after that was Harper playing super calm and baiting out the positioning of players with their own util, which allowed for them to get that 4K within a round. Beautiful. It took 10 rounds for finally TV to salvage a couple here, but they might have a chance now that they have the Harper on Vise here to play against the Neon. I'm not going to hold my breath, but...
Oh, no, hold it. And
why, you
don't
really
let
want
go.
me to leave?
No, I'm coping here. You're right.
Wow.
TV have won back-to-back rounds. There's momentum here. There's a flash out. There's a double swing. And there's blood on the floor, and Sen Otters come out still intact, but Irene dominates mid, so this is a round of all time. 3 versus 2 now for the defense.
One enemy remaining.
Ball still up,
wait.
isolated, super nice.
And Avery just kind of barely gets a peek on over top of the wall at 28 HP. Harper, you can just sneeze in that direction. There we go. TV with the pistol. What did I say, Vance? Hold
super
on.
nice. I mean, Irene played superbly on middle too for that anchoring with the bandits. So they were basically the 2 players, at least in my eyes, that were able to turn things around here for TV. And when Irene saw the rest of her teammates falling down a little bit here, she was still pretty good on finding timings that were good enough if her teammates could actually stall for another split second for these site hits. Now that she gets to play the defensive side, they'll find their own timing too and hit wherever they want. So this Viper could be dangerous now on defense.
Madison has a Bucky. You remember what happened last time? Boom. Headshot.
Yeah.
Well, not a headshot, but body shot, and one that kills. And Sen Otter will make sure that Bucky doesn't cause a whole crime scene over there. And adjustment. Nice. Oasis staying calm. Feeling back up too, and Sen Otters have a lot of ideas going on and players all over the map, but leaning towards A. Oh, this pulls them to that side of the map though, towards B.
It'll be good enough too. Even if Oasis loses their life, that's good information for the rest of the team to just easily scale towards A. And even if they bait this wall, this is a free kill now. You might see Knives out, they hear the information. Oh dude, thankfully everybody's still walking. They're aware of that lurk from Oasis.
Spike planted.
That's a walking nightmare over there. Oasis has to know. Cleared all the way through B. They're coming from mid. Only one place he could be, and it's vents.
Oh,
and you had the light up, Oasis. Oh, disastrous. And now Sen Otters just have to sit back, kick back, go on vacation, let the spike tick down. Haunt out. Harper Expecting that swing at any moment, finds the timing to get ahead of it. And 11-3 now for Sen Otters, responding back after that pistol from TV.
That was so funny. I know we don't have replays, but I don't know if Leia was pre-firing a shot for somebody else swinging across or just spam shooting the death. And because of that, it allowed the backstab from Oasis to get the headshot and the player advantage for Senators on that post plant. So an early well, I was gonna say an early timeout. Is it that early at this point? At least early in the second half, and you're gonna have to do whatever you can at this point here because of economy's low. You're not really close to any ults as well. So for TV after this timeout is to probably try to figure out how they could maybe work on collapsing on middle, I'd like to say, because Harper's doing an excellent job on defending the A site with their utility and stalling well enough. And if they have to play soft side, they play soft side. They have to get some good map control right now for TV because you could definitely see that if you're giving a lot of space and dual opportunities for Sen Otters, they're taking over quite easily.
I think Irene has done a fantastic job holding mid as well. They have like a multi-kill on the pistol. So Irene and Harper defensively are doing their jobs. It's just, how do you stop the absolute death ball? It's called a death ball for a reason. Like Sen Otters have Badison hopscotching towards Vents with a Bucky. There's not really much you could do to stop people like that. TV have done well in the trading department, minimizing the numbers as best as they can. But the Sen Otters teamwork, it's something hard to try and disjoint.
I wonder if also, like, maybe one of the good things that they could do is save one of the Razor Vines for middle to help out for the aggressive Neon take. If you have Molly and Razor Vine and then just start spamming through that, I think you could have a good, easy hold on middle here on the defense. Because the open's still the same once again for Sen Otters.
A whole lot of barking on the other side of the smoke, and well, there's still bullets there. Henri will be the first that we will miss, and Sen Otter's just that much closer to a series ender, encroaching on match point. TV, they just kind of move around the map as a stack, and you have to with the buys that they have. Sen Otters, they wait to see what else TV are going to throw at them that they can try to knock out of the park. And now Sen Otters, they're just scaling up with confidence and speed to follow through with Sin towards the A site. They'll even use the neon walls to break things up. And despite TV having a Vise flash there, it's not a situation they can fight in quite yet. Now the fight through high ground. Oasis goes 1 for 1. But TV will be in a good position to threaten the high ground once the smoke dissipates. If Sin will even let them live. Sin, they have families. Let them play the game. Mizu's going to join Leia's side, though. 2v1, surely. While Sin's just going to fade away. This is precious seconds that TV are taking to address every threat on all sides. Keep this as close as you can, but time is a factor. The spike will be ticking down quickly, and not really much time for this to happen. Apparently not many bullets either. So Sen Otters gets a 12. Match point.
Unlucky that it's a stinger too to get that free backstab on the neon. Nonetheless, though, I think slowly but surely, and maybe again a little bit too late, they've realized now that, you know, Sen Otters are not only playing aggro, but also are not playing any big senties. And while they're moving around the map with a lot of control on middle, there's always a little bit of a gap and an opportunity to even go for backstab flanks. I mean, if you look at this position right now, yeah, the Omen watching the B side, but they never really have like inserts and lurks on the attack. So TV maybe could start finding these opportunities to flank. It's tough to do though when the rest of the players are kind of just dying too on the anchor spots to get value off flanks, especially like that too.
What did Sin sense? There was something in the water, something in the air. You just have like you're in a 1v3 situation, and Sin gets out. The great escape yet again from Sen Otters. Now you teleport past the Vise wall, and Harper can't get a punish. Oh, there's just moments that TV can shine, but there's one team that shines brighter, and it's Sen Otters. Henri, not much better of an option, but just a stinger and Oasis about to catch them at the heel. Henri with the big win, but Badison with the finisher. 13-3 from Sen Otters in their first match of Game Changers.